Hello, I'm Richard. This video is about star children, and in particular for parents and teachers in terms of how to thrive and be thriving with star children. First, let's look at who are star children. These are the kids born after 1990. When you look at what's written about them, there are three categories. The early ones are the indigo, then came the crystal children, and now the latest are the rainbow children. They are slightly different categories in terms of who they are, what they bring on earth to people. One thing that is common among all of these star children is that they do not conform. They challenge authority. They can't sit still. They're hyperactive. They're also sensitive to energies. So a lot of problems in the teens these days are a result of these kids having difficulty coping with the world, coping with life, and so many of them go into depression and sometimes, sadly, suicide. So how do you go and thrive with these star children? First of all, the world does not understand them. Secondly, they don't fit in the world today. They are here for the world tomorrow. The third thing is they are the leaders and the change agents of tomorrow. So they rock the status quo. Here are 5 principles in terms of how to be thriving with star children. The first one is to understand who they are. They are very special, very precious, highly conscious, high energy, high intelligent beings that have come onto this planet to help humanity and the planet evolve. So they are the people of tomorrow. They are not the people of today. They are not the people of yesterday. So trying to bring them up with today's values and yesterday's values don't work. The challenge most parents and teachers have is that all they know is the world today and the world before. The problem as well is that the system is set up on industrial revolution paradigm. We have gone way past that today. We've even gone past the digital age. The world today is changing incredibly rapidly. The issue and challenge is that these changes are happening so fast, they're happening so far, they're happening so deep that there's little time to put things into place for these changes. So what's happening is that technology is driving massive change in society. And then people in society are trying to change along with that, and there's a slow catch-up. The other issue is that today, with increasing frequency and intensity, the old structures are crumbling and going down. Like now, today, an institution called the banking institution, which has been around for thousands of years, is now under threat. Today, there is a new model of car dealerships. You no longer go to a car dealer and look at all the different models on the showroom floor. Tesla have changed that. You go to basically a center whereby you can see one car, get the feel of it, you can get test drives there, and you custom order your car that gets delivered from the factory. So Tesla don't have a fleet of dealers. They just have one showroom in Melbourne, one showroom in Sydney, and in different capital places. So we're seeing massive change happening. So who are the star children? They are the change agents for the future. They are the people that are going to help humanity come into oneness. They're the people that help and push buttons to move people from separation into oneness. They challenge the status quo and the system. Hence, these children in schools cannot sit still. You cannot talk to them. You cannot teach them in the traditional way. They don't function like kids who behave, sit still, do as they're told. Doesn't work like that. They're labeled as ADD, ADHD. The crystal children have been labeled the Ritalin children because they've been dosed up with the drug to keep them down. So what do? Well, first of all, you have to change your expectations. That is the second principle. Change your expectations. Your expectations have to be thrown out the window of what you know today and how you've been brought up. Because the traditional values and the way you've done things don't work with them. Changing your expectations is a challenge because we have security in the foundation of who we are and the things that we hold on to that are important. However, the children today, the star children, don't function like that. They know nothing about those paradigms. Changing your expectations require you to go on a journey of discovery yourself in looking at where your expectations come from, what is the context of how they work, and whether they serve you and your family, particularly your star children, going forward. The third principle is this: the education system does not fit them. They are very much like a round peg in a square hole. They cannot sit still, they don't listen, they don't like their homework, and they do not study or take in information or respond the way the education system is set up. So what do? Even schools like Steiner and Montessori, as good as they are, still do not accommodate star children. What is there, what can there be for them? Sadly, there's not a lot as an alternative available at the moment. I'm in the process of starting a long-term goal of building a completely new school for star children, based on completely different principles and paradigms. However, that's a number of years off, and it'll be even more years before it can be a global movement. But it has started. And so I'm going to be running presentations and talks in the interim to help parents and teachers with this. So when the education system does not fit them, what do? Well, the first thing is don't put them in school. Well, if you don't put them in school, what do? This is a problem. In some countries, it's the law that you must put them in school. What do? Well, within the context that you've got, look at what your alternatives are. And here's the problem and the kicker, which goes to the last two, and that is this. Most parents and teachers in the circumstances that they're in are ill-equipped to give these children a decent alternative. Let me address one simple thing: time and attention. These star children need a lot of time and attention because there's such a ball of energy, they run around everywhere. There is the issue of safety, boundaries, and supervision. They're not like kids that you can sit still for an hour and leave them be. They don't function like that. So then if one of you as a parent need to spend more time with them, you've got less time to do your work, to do your chores, to get involved in all the things that you are normally stuck in. So that challenges the status quo of families. Today in the Western world, the dual income family is essential for survival, which means both parents go out and work. If you have a star child, that causes a major problem. What do you do? Well, the first thing you need to do is to look at what you've got. And your star children are challenging you to evolve from where you are. Because your current level of consciousness as a parent and teacher is not going to serve you in terms of dealing with them. So they will challenge you to evolve. And if you are not willing to look at yourself and evolve, then you are going to continue to have problems and challenges with your star children. The key to everything is for parents and teachers to transcend their world. This is a very big topic, which I cover in other videos, but transcending your world means taking yourself out of the box and limitations, financially, vocationally, lifestyle, and everything else of your world, and expanding that. Let me just switch tables for a moment and play scenarios. Imagine a star child growing up in a city, stuck in the education system that's current, where both parents have to go to work and there is little time for them. That situation is untenable because there will be so much stress and pressure with the difficulties involved with putting the child in a school system that doesn't suit them. Now imagine if the parents had a vocation that gave them the freedom to travel, and they're able to earn income along the way as they're able to go and travel, experience the world, see different places and cultures, and they didn't have to put their child through school. And the child just had the entire world as their playground and their school ground. Most parents do not have the opportunity to do that. And most parents will go, I can't do that. Well, it's all about your mindset and your paradigm, your limiting beliefs, your thinking, which all fits into the whole concept of how to transcend your world. I have a program on that. I have other videos to help people to do this. So let me sum up what I'm saying in terms of thriving with star children. The bottom line is this: do you wish to support your child, your star child, in terms of being a part of the future change in the world, the planet, humanity, in terms of it moving forward? Or are you going to be stuck in the current world and the old world that's decaying with limiting beliefs, perspectives, and values? Where do you wish to be? The choice is yours, because simply there is no solution to your star child in the situation you are in now. You need to transcend that. I'm Richard.